Hi everyone, and welcome to this pick a card reading on the subject of your divinely timed message for this moment. And just going to go ahead as usual with asking you to see which colour you feel drawn to. We've got gold, plum and ruby, and once you've decided, just click on the timestamp below and go to your reading. Thank you for watching. So if you chose gold, let's see what you've got for your reading. Okay, so you've got the Zenith, the Nine of Coins, the Nine of Earth, it's called in this deck, and it's in reverse. So there is a resistance to being independent for the people who chose this group. Now, you've got gold as a card, so there's already within you a need or a desire to attract abundance, and it feels as if that's connected to this feeling of a lack of independence, a lack of freedom. So it's possible that that's why you're focusing so much on attracting abundance at the moment, because you want to be set free from something. You want to feel like your own person again, is what I've just heard. You want to feel free to move through the world the way that you choose to. You want to feel responsible for yourself. You want to feel that you're able to build a life that you can be proud of on your own terms. Okay, let's see what else you've got. So you've got crossing that. There's a better way. So that's Archangel Samuel, perspective. So you really need to change your perspective a little bit on how you're looking at this and find a way to actually come up with more solutions. Take some time to reflect, take some time to get insight, take some time to connect with the differentness of you, to connect with your unique connect with your unique vision, and the idea that solutions that apply to other people in your situation are not necessarily the solutions that will work for you. There might be something that can happen, like a bolt of lightning that can happen, you know, to change your situation almost seemingly overnight. Change can come in very quickly for you. Change can be very different for you. You just have to be very daring and do the thing that you are feeling called to do, that helps you to make a big shift very quickly, as long as it helps you to feel independent, free and abundant. Okay, this seems to be the main purpose of your reading. Oh, the Eight of Michael, which is the Eight of Swords. So definitely, if you've come to this reading, there's a sense of feeling restricted, a sense of feeling trapped, but you are being asked by the message to notice and to realise and to shift your perspective, to come into the awareness of the fact that you are not trapped at all, that you are actually free, but the prisons are actually all in your mind. That isn't to say that you're making things up or imagining things or blowing things out of proportion at all, because there are times in life when we do just feel our backs are against the wall, there's just no way out, no one sees it, no one understands it, no one gets it quite the way it is. But it's about the dynamics, the emotional dynamics in the situation and the thoughts that you're thinking, and how you could change those almost in an instant and start to see solutions and start to see a way out of here. Because always in the pictures on the Eight of Swords cards, there's usually a sense that a person feels trapped, but she usually has access to freedom. She's just not allowing herself to see it. And in this case, it's very obvious. It's like she's got the gates flung open. She's got Archangel Michael behind her, protecting her as she finds her way forward. The message says you can be free. Make a courageous choice to change your situation. You're just not seeing things clearly yet. And when you start to see things clearly, you will be open to solutions that you need to see to help you out of the situation that you currently find yourself in. What you're manifesting, or what your guides are leading you towards or whispering in your ear, is decide to be happy now. Decide that you deserve to be happy, and start trying to find a way out. It's really interesting. You've got Archangel Michael at the top and you've got Archangel Michael at the bottom. And when I was trying to choose which decks to go to, I really felt strongly from his energy, pick me, pick my cards, because I feel that whoever's come to this pile in particular, in fact all of the messages obviously will have his cards in them, but for this card in particular, this pile in particular, I really feel you need to feel that strength and that courage and that sense that you're not alone in doing whatever you need to do next to get yourself into a position where you feel free, where you feel empowered again, where you feel capable and able again. And you just need to ask Archangel Michael to help you to open your heart to happiness, joy and bliss, to feel that you're worthy and deserving of goodness in your life. This is one of the perspectives that needs to shift. So for some of you, you're staying in a situation that makes you feel small and trapped and imprisoned and limited, because you don't feel you deserve something better, or you're not allowing yourself to open up to feeling that you deserve something better. I've just heard mother, so there's somebody out there who's come to this message in particular who's got a mother influence around them that feels a bit, I don't know if it's controlling or restrictive, or the influence has just been very heavy, and it has, or there's some guilt involved, you know, like if she can't be happy, why should I? There's just some sort of dynamic. I know that's not going to apply to everyone, but if that applies to you in particular, you know, please take that message as it applies and start to do the work that you need to do to clear all of that, so that you can come to a place of feeling that you are deserving of happiness, and just try to let go of all those shadows and ghosts from the past, those pesky ghosts. Okay, you've been focusing on your health recently, focusing on your body, focusing on strengthening your body, maybe some new exercise routines, maybe healthy diet, fitness, purification, just things that help you to feel better. And that's really important, because you need your health and your strength going forward. It's possible that you've been through a period that's actually been a bit detrimental to your health, or that's made you feel a bit depleted and a bit battle weary, but it's really an important time for you to continue focusing on health routines and regimes that support you, that actually not only strengthen your body but can change your mindset. You know, how great do we feel after a long walk? How great do we feel when we do actually do the yoga or the Pilates or the workout, or, you know, whatever it is for you. And also, you know, there's a particular way that what we eat affects our thinking. You know, we feel very different when we're eating loads of junk food and cakes and pastries and biscuits to the way that we feel when we're having lots of fresh fruit and vegetables and ripe raw goodness, and drinking lots of water and blessing and charging our water. And you're being asked to do all of those things at the moment, and to focus on self-care that strengthens you for the path ahead, so that when you make a decision to step forward, to step through the gates, you're going to have the strength and the inner resources to support you in doing that. Honour and trust your feelings. So you're moving into a period where you will begin to honour and trust your feelings. Just trying to see if I can get all the cards on the camera. This is not my strong point, but let's just see what happens. Maybe they'll all be on there today. So anyway, let that just be a quirky thing that happens. Sometimes half the reading's off. Anyway, so only off in terms of the cards, but hopefully not in terms of the meaning, and that's the most important thing. Thank you, Archangel Michael. Okay, trust and honor and trust your feelings, and really connect with what's in your heart, what you really need to do to be yourself fully, to change your life, to alter your journey, to step onto your path, all of those things. Archangel Michael is guiding you very strongly. You know, it's like the way that these cards have all come up, they've just come up to surround you in this circle of protection from Archangel Michael. So it could be that you are one of those people who actually talks to him, that you connect with him, that you've connected with him before, or possibly you're a light worker and so his energy is around you quite strongly anyway, because that is a part of his mission to protect and to support the light workers who are either awakening or who have been awake for a long time but who are still struggling to get onto their path and feel that they can honour themselves and their journey and their mission at this time. So trust, honour and trust your feelings and start moving ahead, and that's where you're going next. So let's see what advice we have that can help you to move forward a bit more. Oh wow, Ace of Raphael. A positive new emotional experience, fulfilling romantic relationships, deep lasting spiritual insights. So I feel you are going to open your heart. You are being asked to open your heart. Open your heart not only to spirit and to channel the goodness and the grace that's waiting to come through you, but also open your heart to love. There's love around you. There's something that's new on the horizon. You might not know what it is just yet, but you're being asked as you go forward and you reconnect with your heart and your faith in yourself and life. Stay open. Don't become cynical. Don't become jaded. Stay open to love. Stay open to love, because when you stay open to love on the emotional levels, you're also keeping your heart open. It's the same channel through which spirit comes through, and that's complicated to explain right here, right now, and other people will probably say, oh no, it's a difference between romantic love and that love and this love and higher love, and love is love. And when your heart chakra is open and your throat chakra is open, your crown chakra, these are the channels that you need open to receive divine inspirations from spirit. And sometimes, this is why sometimes we become our most inspired when we're falling in love, you know, and there's nothing wrong with that. It's a great thing to happen. And they're saying, don't get caught up in your head about it, don't question your judgment about it, and don't, you know, feel that it can never happen for you, or that it's not something that's desirable to want. It's absolutely an important part of the human experience, and it's absolutely there for you. So keep your heart open. Obviously exercise good judgment and trust what you feel regarding particular people. And also remember to just try to stay open to the state of divine unconditional love towards all beings and all things. However, definitely feel that there could be something really nice on the horizon in terms of an intimate connection, or a blossoming, a flowering in a particular connection that you already have as a result of you loosening the bonds. You know, maybe this feeling of being trapped is connected to a work situation and not a relationship. And maybe when you are able to let go of that and feel that sense of independence and belief in yourself and your ability to attract abundance through your own means, or maybe even another career path, then that will open you up to a better quality of relationship. So it's about trusting abundance, trusting flow, trusting that you deserve to be happy, and not getting yourself trapped mentally, you know. Just more lyrics. I always get song lyrics. Emancipate yourself from mental slavery. None but ourselves can free our minds. Thank you, Bob. I love you too. So just remember that. Free yourself from mental slavery. It is only mental, because everything is. Everything is a perspective. Everything is perception. Okay, so let's see what else you've got for advice. Oh my goodness, no way! Oh my goodness! I'm so sorry. This is ridiculous. You got the Eight of Swords in the Gilded Tarot as well, and I felt intuitively drawn to put them side by side. So you've got two Eight of Swords together. You've got 16 swords around you, or that's how you perceive it. So whatever it is, the programming seems very strong, and yet your guides are still breaking through, and Archangel Michael is still coming around you and helping you to break through, and you can break through. But just be aware, your advice is to be aware of how powerful the programming can be, and be aware of the fact that you can overcome it. Because it's just interesting to note that in this deck she does seem more trapped, because she's got a blindfold on. Her hands appear to be tied, and she's surrounded by swords. This is much more the traditional representation. And in this one, she's standing at the gate. The gates are flung open, and she's protected. So I would say that your advice here is to remember that it's all about perspective. Yet again, you could have two different people in the same situation, and one would view it like this and the other would view it like that. Okay? Really interesting. Okay, what else have you got? Ace of Cups in reverse. Okay, I did reverse one just to see if there was something interesting that might come up from it. I'm sorry. And the reason I'm finding that really interesting is because you've got the Ace of Cups, essentially the Ace of Raphael here, as, you know, something that you've been given as a gift of advice to keep your heart open. And you've also got the same advice. It's like these two are mirroring each other and these two are mirroring each other. This is basically saying keep your heart open, because love is there. It's all there. It's all around you, that potential. And this is saying don't close your heart. Okay, it's the same thing. You could again see exactly the same vibration. It's all there as potentialities, but you might perceive it this way or you might perceive it that way. And I'm sorry, it's a cliche, but they've just said it, so I'm going to say it. Is the glass half full or half empty? Or is it a beautiful golden goblet? You know, it's up to you. Okay. I knew that was coming. Forget that one. That was it. It's so funny. Before I started this, and I know it sounds unfeasible, I thought to myself, wouldn't it be funny if one of these cards turned out to be something like that, like the the card that isn't a card? And there it was. Okay, so one of Earth, one of basically the Ace of Pentacles. Focus on that prosperity. Focus on that abundance. When it comes to you, don't look a gift horse in the mouth. Accept it. If someone is offering you help, or if you actually manage to manifest a new opportunity that's outside of this trap structure, whatever it is, please take it. Take the help that's offered. There is some kind of financial help or assistance that may need to come to you before you're able to manifest it for yourself, but it could still be more independent in terms of how you perceive it than the situation that you currently find yourself in. This is really positive, really optimistic and really amazing. Now I'm going to give you some extra charms and extra little angel cards because you had that blank one from the tarot, and I have to say, if you didn't get another message from the tarot, you weren't meant to, because you had enough, and you know, that was what was meant to come. So let me just put this here and just pull a few randomly. Let's see what we've got, and let's just give you let's say 3 or 4, whatever. I don't know how many I've got. Okay. Okay, let's see what we've got here. So we've got patience straight away. It's important for you to be patient with yourself and allow things to develop naturally. And, you know, you don't know whether it's going to take you a week, a month, 6 months or a year to get this situation sorted out. But you're being asked to be patient with yourself. The important thing is that you make the decision, okay? That things have got to change. Grace. So grace is all around you, you know, help, offers, opportunities, perhaps some financial support. It's all there. You need to stop and think and allow yourself time to reflect on it. And if you're in a situation where you're not getting enough time to reflect, maybe try to find a way to get away for a couple of days so that you can reflect and think quietly by yourself and come up with some solutions. Simplicity. Yes, you need to simplify things. Simplify your expectations, simplify what you need, and begin to ask yourself, what do you need? How could you manage? How could you make it all work? And responsibility, taking responsibility for yourself, for your actions, is going to feel really, really good to you. It's going to feel really magical, because I feel I want to put these down here. So rather than seeing them as a telling off from the angels, it's like, this is what you can have. You can have happiness, you can have love, abundant love, you can have financial success and prosperity, you can attract that abundance, you can have all of those things. It's just a question of perception. Are you this person or are you this person? You know, are you going to go for this or are you going to focus on this? I can't let go, I can't let go, I can't let go. Or are you going to say, oh, my heart is an expansive sea of expectancy and abundance and openness and flow. Okay, let's just see what we've got here for your charms. You've got an angel, of course you have, because you've got Archangel Michael coming up so many times, so you are guarded and protected. I want to put that angel up here to where you have an angel behind you. An angel has literally got your back so you can move forward. You've got a guitar. So for some of you, there's a musical gift that you haven't been using, possibly something that could help you to regain your independence. So it could definitely be that you feel trapped or stuck in a job that just isn't working for you. The vibration is very low, very heavy, and you need to just sort of mark out your own path now and trust it, even despite what's happening right now, you know. Turn on that tap of creativity and just let it flow. You've got the hand of Fatima as well, so there is a need for some protection. There's definitely some kind of energy that's coming towards you that is not for your highest good, whether it's someone who wants to keep you stuck, someone who watches and judges you, or you know, I don't know, just is envious or something, just isn't happy about the idea of you getting free and expanding yourself and fulfilling your absolute potential. But I'm telling you, that's what you're here to do, because you've got the butterfly as well, which is all about your complete and total beautiful metamorphosis into this beautiful creature after being, you know, feeling like a lowly grub for a very long time. And you've got a little girl here, so I think this is to do with the inner child, and I'm going to put that with the guitar. So it's like you need to do something that's really fun. You need to find your way out by doing something that is really fun. And there's a key here as well. So this is either you opening the door to a new property, you know, moving house, moving into a space that's your own, or a space that feels good, that feels better. You know, if this is about moving away from a job, then you could be moving into that space with someone you love. But I do also feel that you still need to feel that sense of independence around you, whether it's from a job or whether it's just feeling as if you want to be able to hold up your end of things. And you know, it might be that you feel completely confident while you change into a new career, that you can work things out with a partner and it's all going to be fine, and you can accept some love and support as you transition. But that's for you to decide. But it definitely feels as if there could be something that opens up a key to a new kind of reality. I love it that this key has got, it looks like a rose, the top of it. So it could be that, you know, this is something connected to an offer that has something to do with love, or it could just be that you move into a place where you have a garden, where you have more space, where you can grow things, where you can feel more connected to nature. But and if you're not choosing to move, then it could just be that you're about to open the door to some new opportunities. But it's time for you to start walking through some doors, to trust and honour your feelings, to walk away from what doesn't serve you, to walk away from what diminishes you, from what has, you know, restricted you and put you down, or just made you feel that you just cannot spread your wings fully and be completely and totally yourself. Okay, that's it, group number 1. I hope you enjoyed that. Thank you very much for listening. Please remember to comment or connect with me using a link below the video if you would like to. And if not, I'll see you again soon. So let's move on to group number 2. Okay, if you chose group number 2, the Plum group, this is your message. Okay, so you've got the person you're asking about is trustworthy. So, all right, your message, your overall message is to overcome your challenges. This card is about discernment. This card is about learning to trust your intuition. So, you know, if you're asking about someone that you're thinking of getting close to or working with, or someone who's going to help you with a challenge that you're experiencing at the moment, this card does appear to be saying that this person is trustworthy, but it's for you to trust, to learn to trust yourself. So for this group, I feel that you've been on a path of discernment, of learning to trust your own judgment, after having felt in the past that maybe you've made some mistakes, some errors of judgment. The card says, thank you for helping me to have faith so I can open my heart wider in my relationships. I am grateful for your protection, ensuring that only trustworthy people are in my life. So you can ask Archangel Michael to bring trustworthy people into your life and to help you to be more discerning, so that you're able to sense when they are and when they're not. But overall, the most important aspect of this is to understand that you've learned a great deal as a result of the challenges that you've been through, about who you can trust, how you can sense that it's okay to trust someone, and ultimately how to trust yourself. And a part of trusting yourself is trusting yourself to be able to handle whatever you discover later on. So don't take this as absolute gospel. Continue to see this as a sign that you are learning discernment at the moment. You've got covering that, make a commitment. Oh, how interesting. So you are being asked to commit to something. So for some people, it will be that your big challenge is learning to trust again, because you've been through a lot, because you've had your trust broken or betrayed in some way, and you're being asked to commit one way or another. So it's possible that someone in your life or something, an offer, is waiting for you to make a decision, to say yes or no, and you've been sort of sitting on the fence because of this fear of, you know, not knowing what you can trust. And the thing about that is that you won't find out if you don't actually make a commitment at some point. So it could be that you need to reach out to someone. It could be that you need to give someone an answer, someone who's already there. It could be that you need to just decide absolutely which path you want to be on, and which way is going to be the way forward for you. It could be that someone's offering you help and you're afraid to accept that help because you're wondering, are there going to be strings attached? You know, what's behind this? Why do you want to help me? All of that is pointing you to the direction that there is something being offered that could help you to overcome some current challenges that you may be going through, and you need to make a decision now, one way or the other. Okay, let's see what else we've got. Prayer will help with this situation. So it's very important to ask for help. We often forget that, and we wonder why the angels aren't helping us, and then we stop and we think, hang on a second, did I actually ask for help with this? So this is a reminder. You've got angels, you've got God, you've got your guides, you've got your star families, you've got countless beings that you can ask and turn to for help. So just, you know, it doesn't have to be a huge ceremony. It doesn't have to be a huge thing with a ritual and, you know, a way of being on your knees or holding your fingers in a mudra. You don't have to do any of that. You don't need incense. You can just sit quietly, calm your mind, and just ask. Just ask. Say thank you. Say thank you, thank you. You know, gratitude is very powerful for bringing that energy in, because remember, they're on a very light, very high vibration. So if you can open your heart with gratitude, say thank you, and then ask for help. Talk about what you're feeling. And if you can't, if you don't feel quite comfortable with that, write your prayer down. Write down what you're feeling, write what you'd like help with, and see what happens. Okay, so this is what you're manifesting now. Faith in prayer, faith that things can change, faith that miracles can happen. They might be very small ones, but they do happen when we ask for help. And what's in your, that's really interesting, what's in your unconscious mind at the moment is your insight is waking up. You're beginning to see through things. You're beginning to see into a range of possibilities that you weren't aware of before. You're beginning to open up your mind a little bit more. So whereas, you know, quite often we get stuck when things feel a bit challenging and we can't see solutions, you are actually beginning to see solutions and possibilities that you weren't aware of, that will help you to overcome things, that will help you to make better decisions going into the future. So that's great. And also, on the other hand, some of you will just be asking for insight. You're asking for wisdom. You're asking to see things clearly and to make the right decision. And it's like you're turning it over and over in your mind, like, oh my gosh, am I making the right choice? Is it this? Is it that? And you're being asked to let your feelings guide you. And you're also being asked to remember that you can ask for help with wisdom and insight. Dear God, please guide me, guide my actions, guide my thoughts. Please give me the wisdom and understanding to see what you have in mind for my life. Guide me to the path where I can be of the greatest service to humanity, or where I can serve you, where I can fulfill your purpose for my life, you know, or whichever words work for you. You know, this is not a religious thing. It's between you and your creator, you and your philosophy, your faith system, your belief system. You've come here because you believe in something unseen. So why not believe in something unseen that has your best interests at heart and does actually make a point of guiding you and guiding your life in the right direction? So you're moving out of a period of having had some recognition of possibly a truth that you needed to see, something that was hidden from you before. It might not have been a pleasant thing. It might have been something that you weren't expecting. Having said that, it was the right thing for you to see. It was right for you to become aware of certain things that were going on, or truths that you were hiding out from that were holding you back in life. And what you're moving into now is new ideas, new thoughts, new possibilities, new directions, new ways of going forward. It's also possible that you're going to be a bit concerned that someone or something from the past is watching you, you know, observing you, looking at your stuff on social media, or just keeping an eye out to see how you're getting on. Are you really overcoming the challenges? Are you really moving on from this situation? Having said that, looking at it from the higher perspective, it also means that you will be branching out on your first steps of taking that sword and cutting through and carving out a path for yourself that really suits you. And you know, it does make sense that you might have a little bit of doubt about where the help should be coming from, because if there is someone or something in the past that caused a little bit of heartbreak, then you know, of course you're going to be a bit wary going forward. But let's see what the advice cards are. Let's see what's coming up, what's manifesting. So you've got the World in reverse. So there is a reluctance to complete a cycle, but you have the Ace of Swords. Yes, I love that. It will be completed, and it will be done by you, and it will be done in perfect divine timing, with perfect divine grace, and it's going to open up a whole new world of possibilities and ideas and insights for you. And adventure, I just heard adventure, brilliant. You've got the Five of Michael, so there was a situation that just was not for your highest good, and you know, you're being asked to release your attachment to it. Release your attachment to the outcome of the steps that you're taking. You know, just let go and just trust that you're being guided and that things can improve. And just, you know, focus on the positivity. Take the lessons from all of this and focus on the positive meanings that you can derive from them and how you can use those meanings to change your life in the future. Let's see what else you've got. King of Ariel, great. So this is where you become successful, stable and accomplished and feel more powerful than you've felt in your life before. So you're being asked to really take your power back. You're being asked to focus on your plans, trust in your plans, get some help, get some advice if you need to, but there is definitely financial and professional success ahead of you, and you will be in a position where, because of everything you've experienced, you will be using your resources much more wisely in the future as well. So you're going to be getting help from someone very trustworthy. It could be someone who's very close to you, but you feel as if you've experienced disappointment in the past, and you haven't got things quite right. You just don't feel as if you've worked it out for yourself. And you know, you could be being really hard on yourself, and you know, just thinking, well, who can I trust then? Is it really okay to trust anyone? And you're just being asked to make a decision, to trust that you are still in control no matter what. Even if you accept help, you're still in control. You can't be bought. You can't be, you know, you can, it's okay. It's okay. All right. Oh, how lovely. Make choices from your heart, deeply emotional commitments, the power of love. It could be that you accept help from someone and it brings you closer together. It could be that you're about to manifest a really powerful connection, or you're about to really commit to and invest in a powerful connection that's already there, but in a much more powerful way. And you're going to let go of your feelings of suspicion and fear, and you know, just anxiety, nervousness about what people think or who's watching, or you know, all of that stuff. It doesn't matter, you know, it doesn't matter. Trust yourself, trust the situation, and trust that you will make the right decision for your highest good, right now. Okay, and it's just life. Everything else is just experience and learning. Alright, let's just pick a few cards. This is a bit of a strange one. I hope it's making sense for someone. Okay, we've got some charms. Oh my goodness, you've got 2 butterflies. 2 butterflies. So I see you actually blossoming with someone. You've got silver and gold, which to me is often masculine and feminine. So divine masculine, divine feminine. You know, it could be twin flames, twin flame connection, working out, coming together after a really difficult period. Somebody reaches in to help you out and you're not very trusting of it because you just want to forge your own way forward, and you can't quite see how you could possibly have something great come out of all this turmoil. But it could be that this is, you know, a dynamic connection that you've been waiting for a long time. What else have you got? You've got an elephant, and that can be connected to family, that can be connected to memories. You know, elephants never forget, they say. It's time to let go of the past. It's time to let go of the things that you're not allowing yourself to forget, and to see the beautiful future that's around you, this incredible future, this incredible time that's waiting to blossom. Let's see what we've got for your angels. Just we need one more message of confirmation. Oops, a load of them then. Okay, release. Yes, something you definitely need to release, something that's just definitely not serving your highest good. Acceptance, accepting it, accepting that something didn't work out in the past, and it's for your highest good that it didn't. Honesty, be honest with yourself. Be honest with yourself and let go. Oh, harmony. So something very beautiful coming in, something that brings true peace and harmony and balance. And you know, anything that you've got to let go of that didn't quite work out, it's not good for you to keep dwelling on it. You need to let go of it now, and move into the future. This just fascinates me though, this one. Just trying to let that speak to me a bit more. I'm going to pull a couple of charms just for that one. It does look like someone setting out on a journey of self-discovery, seeing what ideas they can get. Let's just see. Okay, come on. You've got 2 butterflies again. So this is really about a coming of age. This is about becoming, you know, growing up, starting to see yourself as someone who can actually go out into the world and achieve things. And this actually says angels watching over me. So you've got this, this is an angel that you've got here, angels watching over me. So the angels are guiding your process forward, guiding your coming of age, your growing up and blossoming into this person that you never thought you could be. They are helping you to achieve that abundance that you didn't think you were capable of, the successful business that you didn't think was ever going to be there for you, or you know, you thought that you'd have to pay a price for it, or you thought accepting help would mean that you weren't doing it for yourself. You're being guided and you're being asked to accept, you know, what you need to help you to move forward, and to trust that things will balance themselves out perfectly in the end, and that you will be able to give back, and you know, things, you know, this is all being orchestrated for your success and for you to be able to move forward now. You've had a lot of challenges to deal with, but you know, you're going to have to trust somebody or something at some point, and again I would urge you to trust your discernment. But we started out with the person you're asking about is trustworthy. So I want you to make your own decision from your own personal sovereignty and responsibility, but it's looking great for the future. You know, whatever you decide to do, it looks as if you are heading to manifest something that feels like a much more tangible version of success and a beautiful version of harmony and cooperation in the future. Okay, that's it for group number 2, I think. Yes, group number 2. Hope you enjoyed that, and let's move on to number 3. Okay, and if you chose group number 3, your overall message is rejuvenate your body. So what does this mean to you? What does it actually mean to you to rejuvenate your body? It's really interesting that we're seeing the ruby with all its facets, and it almost looks like a cellular picture. So you're being reminded of cellular integration, cellular regeneration, and anything else that you think of as rejuvenating your body. So what do you need to do to heal yourself? Do you need to get very calm? Do you need to think about the water that you're drinking, the water that you're taking into your body, and how clean that water is? Do you need to rest more? Do you need to get to bed earlier? Do you need to sleep? Do you need to pamper yourself? Do you need to have a more satisfying and life-affirming exercise routine? Do you need to breathe more deeply? Do you need to just remind yourself of how much your thinking impacts your cells and your physical body overall? And rejuvenation also, it kind of connects to youthfulness, doesn't it? So it's also a reminder that your attitude affects the generation and regeneration of your cells, of your body, of your consciousness. Your consciousness impacts the rate of deterioration, let's just say, of your body as well. So keep that in mind and stay focused on happy outcomes, stay focused on life and life-giving experiences, life-giving input, and continue to accept that paradigm as you go forward, and think every day, every time you put something into your mouth, every time you rub something onto your skin, every time you enter the shower, every time you brush your hair, every time you embrace your skin, when you're adding creams, lotions, whatever you're doing, set your intention and allow that vibration of that intention to go through your hands, to go through your consciousness and into the cells of your body. So rejuvenate your body however that you interpret that yourself, whether that simply means, you know, at the basic level that you exercise more, that you eat more healthily, that you take your vitamins and take care of yourself, or whether it means that you really go in on the 5D level and focus on the impact that your consciousness and your thinking has on your cells, and start programming your cells, start talking to your cells, start building your 3D body, start building your light body, start regenerating all of your bodies, ask for healing on your energy field and your causal body, your etheric body, your mental, emotional body, all your energy bodies, the rainbow body, the light body. All of those bodies need to be refreshed, rejuvenated and strengthened so that you can be really powerful going ahead at these times of real intensity. Okay, so let's see what you've got crossing that. Ask Archangel Michael to help you with this situation. Perfect. So what this means, I feel, is that some of you will have maybe cords and attachments, maybe rips and tears and wounds in your energy field as a result of things that you've been through, maybe recently. And remember, anything can impact the energy field. It's not just toxic things that we bring into our bodies. But yeah, they're asking me to mention those things as well, talking about toxins in the form of alcohol and certain drugs and medicines and things like that. And, you know, it's not a judgment, it's just to ask you to be aware that you need to keep your energy field as strong and bright as possible at the moment to withstand the energetic onslaught of all the changes going on. Right, so that's one thing. Also, if you have cords and attachments that have come from a situation that you're leaving or that you've left recently, or that come from... Oh, the light's just gone out. That's so funny. Right, just bear with me a second. Hold on, let's just get that back on. Hold on. Very interesting. So yes, closing the door on something, shutting the door, switching the lights off, leaving the room. Something has ended for some people, and there might still be cords and attachments pulling you into this situation, or it could be just that you feel you've been on the battlefield a little bit and you need to re-energize and recharge yourself. You can sit down and you can ask Archangel Michael to go through each of your chakras, go through each of your energy bodies and take out those cords and attachments to refill you with light, golden light, healing light. Ask him to say what light he feels is appropriate, and to heal, refill and seal and heal all of those spaces that he's removed those cords from. Ask him to disintegrate them, to send them back to God, or to transform them, you know, according to what he believes is appropriate. But this is all focused on strengthening you and bringing you back up to optimal health, vitality and radiance. Okay? You are guarded and protected, and you seem to be manifesting this. This is something that you're asking for. This is what's coming into your reality. This is what's just crowning you, if you like. And so you do have protection coming in and helping you already with the healing and regeneration and rejuvenation process. Because you're wanting to go forward. You're wanting to move forward with courage. Oh, that's why. Sorry about that, I just had another issue that's to do with lights going out and batteries dying, so very, very interesting. And it makes perfect sense with all of this to do with, you know, you need to recharge yourself, you need to charge your batteries up again, you need to get all that strength and energy back into your body so that you can go forward with courage, because you've already got an understanding. Let me just check the camera actually while this is all happening. Bizarre. Okay, that's fine. So you need to you need all the strength and support that you can muster, that you can bring into your body, so that you can start moving forward, so that you can feel courageous again, going back to how you felt before. You know, it's probably something to do with the lockdown, to do with just, you know, we've all been through something, some kind of transformation, haven't we, on some level? I just bit my tongue there, sorry. We've all been through some kind of transformation. And, you know, you need to sort of heal, pick yourself up and heal those battle scars, get back out there again. It might not be like a battle for you. It might just be that you've had to spend a lot of time in introspection and not as much time as you would have liked, being physical or focusing on physical things. So, you know, it's just time to pay some attention to your body again, and so that your body will be strong enough for you to go forward with any changes that you're making. So let's see what else is happening. What sort of changes are you making? Yeah, okay, courage. So you've just been through a phase of talking to yourself just like this, knowing that you've got to pick yourself up, take your courage in both hands and make some changes. And what changes are you making? Oh, interesting. All right, so you've got the Six of Coins. In this deck, it's referred to as the card of beauty. So you're really moving into a phase now where you will begin to focus on things that are much more beautiful in life, where you will actually have a new appreciation of beauty. But as we started out talking about the body, I also feel that you're moving into a phase where you're not only going to be focusing on rejuvenating your body, you're going to be focusing on other aspects of your physical being, like the way you look, the way you present yourself, the way you dress. You might think about colouring your hair, you might think about how you do look after your body and your skin, and you know, all of those things. It's about inner radiance and how that inner radiance reflects beauty out into the world as well. Thank you. I've just heard Archangel Michael coming in and saying that. So it's both. It's inner radiance and how that impacts on the physical. This is all very much about how the mind controls and affects the body. Really important message for you today that you really need to hear, and somebody needs to hear that you know, the message of getting back up, getting back on the horse, you know, not being defeated, and you know, just giving it one more try, and well, or however many more tries you need to, and just moving forward. Now things opening up in a much more beautiful way as well, things looking a lot better than they did before, you know, help coming in, gestures, kind gestures, gestures of kindness and beautiful behaviour, you know, just beautiful things, life just taking a much more beautiful turn, a much nicer turn, moving away from a time when things felt like a bit of a struggle, and you had to be really, really strong, and you felt maybe as if you were battling all the time and needed to have all this protection for your body. It's going to come a lot easier, a lot more easily to you now to look after yourself and to feel that sense of strength and beauty, and that strength that life is beautiful as well. Let's see what advice you've got. You seem to have an awful lot of cards for this pile. Okay, I'm not sure how that happened. So you've got the Two of Swords. So you really do need to make a decision about something. A lot of mental conflict, a lot of thinking things over, a lot of, you know, not being sure exactly what decision to make or whether you're on the right path. You're always on the right path as long as you keep going, as long as you keep going. You continue to wake up every day and commit to your reality and commit to finding beauty, joy, peace and love within your current reality, and that will take you forward and help you to realize what decision you really need to make. Thank you. I've just heard also move towards beauty, move towards what feels kind, what feels generous, what feels sweet and beautiful and giving at this time, and move away from anything that feels harsh and cruel and burdensome, because that time is over now and it's time for you to allow more beauty and peace into your life. So hopefully that will help you to make a decision. If it's a choice between two things and one thing feels a little bit more cruel, a little bit more harsh, even something that makes you feel self-judgmental, you know, anything at all that sort of glitchy or crunchy or just not quite right, you know, it should be easy for you now to see the difference between these two possible paths. One feels heavy and one feels light. One feels burdensome and one feels liberating. One feels like hard work and one feels like it has a beautiful flow to it. And your spirit guides are wanting you to move towards the beautiful flow, the thing that has the beautiful flow to it, okay? You've got the Hanged Man, and that was wanting to come out reversed. So when the hangman's reversed, he's upright. So you're coming to an end of difficulties, of a stalemate, of things being in limbo, of not knowing which way to go, of not being able to move forward. And yeah, it's coming into a really good time now, where things are going to be able to actually start moving forward again, which feels great because they're going to start moving forward in a really beautiful way. So you've also got, for your advice, you've got the Queen of Pentacles. So just have a little bit more faith and commit to any new directions that you're taking in terms of career, finances, dreams, goals, that will improve your material reality. It's kind of out of your hands now that things start moving forward. You know, it's kind of destined that things start moving forward now. And I know it still seems as if everything's frozen and everything's you know, going deeper and deeper into the weirdness, but generally speaking there has been an energy shift around you just recently, and it could be to do with your ideas, your beliefs, your ideology about what's actually happening, that you've been able to adopt a much better perspective, a much more beautiful perspective, a brighter perspective on what it actually means. So rather than it feeling like a burden or a set of restrictions or something that's just been exhausting and draining for you, you can actually start to see it now as something that's given you an opportunity to pause. You know, it's a pause for thought, a chance to reevaluate, a chance to get better ideas, a chance to see things as they really are, when you actually were probably not allowing yourself to see the truth before. You know, there's these two choices with the Two of Swords. It's often not necessarily the case that it's a really, really difficult decision. It's more a question that our perception is dulled somehow, that we're kind of not able to see all the facts. But I feel you're coming into a time when you will be able to see the facts much more clearly, and that's going to start shifting things forward for you. The Two of Gabriel you've also got. So you're being asked to make bold and ambitious choices. You're being asked to really believe in what it is you're hoping to do, and believe in yourself a bit more as well. Let's put that here just to see if we can get everything on the camera this time. So you're being asked to believe in what you hold dear, believe in the ideas that are really important to you. There are important relationships coming in the future that you know, will help you to move forward. Relationships with people who share your vision, relationships with people who have similar ideas about things, relationships with people who see the truth, who see what's really going on as well. Because I feel you coming out of this period of stagnation and starting to see things so that you can make a decision is also connected to a new vibration, a new frequency, which will also allow you to attract people who have real clarity when they're making decisions, when they're making choices, people who can actually see what's happening in the world for what it is, and also make enlightened choices and decisions, and not be afraid, not allow themselves to be brought down. People who possibly have some connection with working with the body as well, because we started with the body. So it could be that you're interested in health and fitness, that you want to start a career in that, or that you want to team up with someone to really focus on your a new fitness regime, or taking your body really seriously and taking things up to the next level in a really big way. Let's see what else. Okay, so your divinely timed message really is that, you know, if you're hoping to take care of your body, if you're hoping to regain your previous health and fitness, if you're hoping for a career in health and healing and fitness and well-being, this is a really, really great time for you. Really great. And, you know, whatever your position is on all of this, you need to just adopt this perspective that you're in charge. You're in charge of your body, you're in charge of your life, you're in charge of your health and well-being and fitness, you're in charge of your ability to go forward with courage. You've also got the King of Michael, which is the King of Swords. So someone who's very principled, rational, ambitious and respected. This could be someone who's coming into your life, someone with wisdom and objectivity, someone who thinks very clearly, someone with integrity, because it's upright, you know, it's a good, strong card. And this is a situation that's going to call for you to communicate very clearly, to communicate very honestly if you want to work with other people. If there's a career that you're looking at that involves health, fitness or anything else in that field and you want to collaborate, you need to communicate in a really positive way. I know this is very specific. Hopefully it's going to resonate with someone, and if it's not to do with a career, then it's to do with looking after your body, and maybe that helps you to be clearer when you're communicating with people. Maybe that helps you to achieve more of your ambitions. Maybe that helps you to be more objective, because when we're very low physically, it can make us feel very low mentally and emotionally as well. And when you get that strength back, it's like, you know, this ironclad, you know, you've toned your core and you can feel the strength in your body. You can stand strong in what you're doing, and you can walk much more quickly, and you can just feel much more as if you have support from the physical condition, even from the earth. You know, it's like the road rises to meet you, so to speak. The ground doesn't feel like such an effort. 3D doesn't feel like such a chore. So I feel really the message of this is strengthen your body first and foremost. Strengthen, rejuvenate your body. And if you've been ill or experiencing any kind of illness at all, know that there's a way forward through this that not only takes you back into wellness and vitality, but that also actually gives you some learning experiences about how to deal with things, how to manage yourself and your time and your energy, how to work with other people. That's actually going to bring in something really nice, really new and really beautiful for you. Okay, great. So you've got the Queen of Ariel, the Queen of coins, of pentacles, whatever you like to say, which is all about nurturing yourself and those you love, having the ability and the resources to do that. But really, again, it's a similar message about nurturing the physical body, taking care of the physical body, treating yourself like a queen or a king, and just pampering yourself a bit, indulging yourself. But also, the Queen of Coins makes things beautiful. She enjoys abundance. She has beautiful things around her, you know, whether it's a milk bath or, candles, roses, fragrance, aromatherapy burners, you know, maybe there's some bread baking in the oven. Really taking care of yourself and taking care of those you love. It sounds very simple, but it just sounds as if you really need some kind of a treat. And you might actually be creating some kind of a business that helps other people to do that for themselves, to feel better, to repair, to come back to that sense of rejuvenation after what's been a very tough and challenging time for pretty much everyone. So if you do work in the health and fitness and wellness industry, you know, take heart, stay strong. You know, I know it's been hit quite hard, but you know, there are lots of ways to work in that field. And if you don't work in that field, but this is just about you and your needs at the moment, then really, if you've got any doubts about your ability to move forward, or you can't make a decision, let go of all the decision making, let go of all the mental conflict, and just spend 2 or 3 days pampering yourself, taking care of yourself, deep self-care, deep self-love, including some meditation, and the answers will start to come to you. And I do feel for some of you, this is really about, you know, stepping out into the world, feeling beautiful again, feeling that you have, you know, that life is working in your favour again, and that the forces, the energies of life are on your side, and you can achieve new things, beautiful things. It might not be all perfect again, but it's very hopeful. Okay, I hope you enjoyed that group 3. Right, let's do some charms. Let's do some charms and some mini angel cards for you. Let's see what you've got here. This is curious. This is because this was an interesting one, wasn't it? Not your usual reading. So let's put those down. Let's get a few charms. Okay. So So you've got, we always get a butterfly. There must be just an endless amount of butterflies in that pack. So yes, you've got butterfly, which is not surprising because you've got this emergence of beauty in your life and generosity and kindness after a bit of a struggle. So you're going through a bit of a metamorphosis. You're, you know, awakening out of a dark time, blossoming and emerging completely. You're also tapping into universal forces through nature. I feel that you could have a love of nature because we've got beauty and the tree of life together there. So you could have a love of nature that it really uplifts you and it helps you to heal and it helps you to return to that sense of feeling that things can be beautiful. So get out as much as you can. You've got the hand of Fatima. So there is a need to protect yourself or to ask for protection from Archangel Michael, from any thoughts or energies that are not for your highest good that might be coming towards you. And remember, we started off talking about healing, cleansing, clearing the energy field and repairing the aura as well. So it could be that you've still got this feeling of something that you've moved away from, that you're still healing from, feeling as if it might still have its hooks in you and that it might still be kind of, you know, someone still sending you negative energy or whatever it is. Just remember to keep asking for protection, but also remember that you are protected. You are being protected. And what is this curious little thing? What are you? You look musical. Looks like musical notes there. So you could also find a lot of pleasure from and liberation from music, from listening to music. So let that be a part of your healing. Let that be a part of your healing journey. Maybe if you're going to spend some time meditating, you could just sit quietly listening to music. It doesn't have to be anything particularly formal. And you've also got the little fish here, which is about going with the flow as well. Sometimes that can be going with the flow. It can be to do with the age of Pisces. You might have a Piscean person in your life. You might be moving away from a Piscean situation of some sort, or maybe it's the impact of the shift that we're experiencing from the age of Pisces into the age of Aquarius that's having an impact on you. You know, all this darkness, all this weird energy flying around, it's just been a bit tricky for you. But I would suggest you might be someone who gains a lot of healing from water. So music and water could be really helpful to you. You know, and I'm talking about long soaks in the tub, not necessarily going to a body of water in this case, but because this started out being about energies and energy bodies and the physical body and rejuvenation, I think you get a lot from being in water, bathing in water, showering, just being, you know, swimming around like a little fishy there and allowing it to cleanse and clear your energy. So salt baths with lavender oil, a long soak, don't worry about it. Perfect. Okay, we've also got presence, adventure and expansiveness. I love that. So this is what's coming next then. When you go through into this beautiful phase where you let go of all this wounding and the struggle that you've been through, there's something wonderful waiting to open up, and this is when things expand again, when things begin to open up. But you're being asked to bring your presence to this moment of healing and of awakening to the full appreciation that beauty is there. It's always there. Even when life isn't exactly as we want it to be just yet, we can still enjoy the process of getting there, okay, by bringing our full presence to each moment. And that's it for you, group number 3. I hope you enjoyed that, and take care. Bye.